Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Four Winds. Even though the leaves are falling, we need to make sure that our masks are not. Continue to keep those masks in place and practice social distancing when appropriate. And while on the subject, we need to make sure that everyone understands if you are not feeling well, you should not come into work and you need to notify your management as soon as possible. If you happen to be at work and start to feel ill, make sure to notify your management right away. Please be mindful of your health in order to help keep us all on the up and up. We have a few things to cover from the employee events team. First, a reminder that we are coming up on the deadline for any Four Winds veterans to submit their information. If you would like to be included in our yearly veterans newsletter and haven't been included in the past, please reach out to employeeevents@fourwindscasino.com or call 269-926-5418 and they will let you know what information they need in order to add you to this year's publication. They need to have all information prior to Friday, October 30th. Although there will not be a pumpkin decorating contest this year, we still want to see your creative side. The theme is Pinktober, so once you've gone all Michelangelo on your pumpkin, snap a picture and email it to employeeevents@fourwindscasino.com. Make sure to send them in by Monday, October 19th for an opportunity to be shown here on the Four Winds Weekly Update video. As in years past, we will be holding a fundraiser with proceeds going to support the Kelly Cares Foundation. Donation forms will be completed electronically this year. It is as simple as scanning the QR code and completing the electronic form. Eligible managers and below who donate will be entered into a raffle for a chance to win PTO. Be sure to check out the information tables and flyers at each property. And while on the topic of pumpkins, let's talk Halloween. We've had quite a few questions come our way asking if employees would be able to wear costumes on Halloween and also about our annual costume contest. And the employee events team is happy to say yes. You can dress up for Halloween starting at 8 a.m. on Friday, October 30th through midnight on Saturday, October 31st. You should already be seeing flyers around the back of house with the costume guidelines. As for the costume contest, the only change will be how you enter. Instead of having your picture taken at the employee entrances like we've had in years past, you will need to submit your own costume photo through email. You can send your entries and/or any questions you might have to employeeevents@fourwindscasino.com. Mark your calendars. Annual enrollment for benefits is coming up. November 1st through November 9th will be your annual opportunity to make changes to your eligible benefits. This is also when you can add or remove eligible dependents. If you are not making any changes, you do not need to enroll. Your elections from this year will carry over, though there is an exception. If you have a flexible spending account or a dependent spending account, you have to enroll in both of these each year. You will be able to complete any changes necessary either by going to the ADP website, which can be found at portal.adp.com, or by using the ADP mobile app. And remember, these changes need to be completed during the week of November 1st to November 9th. Be on the lookout for a special edition video that will come out prior to annual enrollment that'll help walk you through the process and help answer questions you may have. Just a quick hit, in New Buffalo, the tent that was by the employee entrance was removed this week. The designated area for smoking has moved back to the alley. I don't know about you, but for me, there's a little excitement in hearing that parts of our working world are getting back to normal. Just in time for the change of seasons, Coat Check will be reopening on Monday, October 26th at all properties. New Buffalo is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Friday starting at 7 a.m. through Sunday at 11 p.m. South Bend is open Monday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., and both Hartford and Dowagiac will have their Coat Check open Monday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. They will have safety protocols in place, such as all attendants will be required to wear gloves and masks while working. Only one Coat Check attendant will be scheduled per shift. Coats will be placed on every third hanger on the Coat Check white rail unit. Frequent sanitizing of the counter, and there will be a plexiglass divider installed so that there is no contact with our guests. And another exciting reopening to announce is the South Bend Poker Room. Poker will open again on Tuesday, October 20th at 10 a.m. Frank Friedman, our COO, said, "As with all aspects of our operation, great care has been taken to ensure the health and safety of our guests and employees that will frequent the poker room at Four Winds South Bend. Players can expect to see a reduced number of poker tables and reduced seating at each table. Plexiglass dividers have also been installed and playing cards will be changed frequently. Players will also be required to wear masks during play. No waiting will be allowed in the poker room to ensure proper social distancing. The poker room will also be closed daily from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. for deep cleaning." Finance has some good news they wanted to share with our tipped employees. In May, tipped employees received an economic rate reduction addendum, also known as an ERR, covering the period of March 1st through October 31st, 2020. The IRS has determined that an automatic extension until December 31st, 2020 is appropriate. The date of the effectiveness is the only change. The terms of the agreement remain the same. There is no reduction for percentage of sales tip rates or actual rates. Since you previously signed the economic rate reduction, you will not need an additional addendum. If you have any questions regarding this extension, you can send them to payroll@fourwindscasino.com. Here to drop some more knowledge on us is our cultural correspondent, Elena LaRue. Elena?
Thank you, Michael. Hi, Four Winds. As I mentioned last week, the month of October is Filipino American History Month and Italian American Heritage and Culture Month. In 2009, the resolution was passed by Congress officially recognizing October as Filipino American History Month, but was first proposed in 1988 by the Filipino American National Historical Society. Filipino Americans are the second largest Asian American group in the nation. During the period when the Philippines were a colony of Spain, many Filipinos came to America as early as 1565 as a part of the Spanish-Filipino-Mexico galleon trade of the 14th century and landed in what is now California and Louisiana. Some jumped ship and established colonies by the water. After the Spanish-American War in 1899, more Filipinos immigrated when the Philippines officially became a colony of the United States until 1946, when the Philippines finally gained their independence. Across the nation, many college, universities, museums, and community groups commemorate Filipino American History Month with various activities and events to bring awareness of the contributions Filipino Americans have played in American history. In September 1965, two Filipino Americans, Philip Vera Cruz and Larry It Leong, started the Delano Grape Strike. Together, they convinced Cesar Chavez and the National Farm Workers Association to join the strike, which was one of the most successful strikes against agribusiness in history. With perseverance, grape growers signed their first union contracts guaranteeing better pay, benefits, and protections for workers in 1970. Lorna Schofield is the U.S. District Judge for the South District of New York. Lorna grew up not too far from here.
I grew up in an unlikely place, I think, in New Haven, Indiana. I was the only child of a Filipino war bride.
She was the first Filipina-American federal judge to be appointed under Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution. From radios to screens, I'm sure you've also seen or heard a few Filipino-American artists, actors, and actresses that contributed to American pop culture, like singers Bruno Mars, Nicole Scherzinger, and Apple Diab, actor and comedian Rob Schneider, actress Vanessa Hudgens, and actor Lou Diamond Phillips, just to name a few. Join us next week as we learn about Italian American Heritage and Culture Month. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you, Elena. Interesting information as always. I have to be honest and say that summer is by far my favorite time of the year, though there are a few things that I love about fall. The crisp morning air, the crackling of a bonfire, the smell of a freshly made s'more, apple cider and pumpkin pies. But for me, by far, the best thing that happens this time of year are the fall colors, and the leaves are already changing. So we have a request to all of you. Send us your best fall pictures. Let's see your talent. I snapped this picture just the other day as I was out for a walk, and then I saw this one from our Vice President of HR, Tori Winchester. Pictures don't have to be just colorful trees, though I do love those, but they can be anything that screams fall. If you take a picture that you'd like to share with the rest of us, send it in and we'll show it. It would be cool to get enough participation that we could create an online gallery. Send your pictures to employeeevents@fourwindscasino.com and make sure to tell us where you were when you snapped the shot. I'm excited to see what you all send in. Get out there and enjoy that crisp air. I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you for watching, Four Winds.